Coming up on Torrance Today, a fundraiser for Maui brings a large crowd to El Camino College. Those individuals also get front row seats to an immersive performance that honors some of our bravest members of the military. And we're less than 2 weeks away from Coastal Cleanup Day. Our new audio show just released its second episode, and it's about how we can stay eco-friendly year-round. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, September 12th. I hope you're having a good day so far. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's our first story. More than 1,600 people attended a fundraising event at El Camino College over the weekend, raising a total of more than $100,000 to help those affected by the wildfires in West Maui.
I was actually there when the fires broke out, and I was the first person, journalist, that got to the scene. To see downtown Lahaina like this, the way it was left, it's heartbreaking.
Through the skies that you hide, the pain held inside.
Our college is very, very diverse, and we have a large population of Asian Pacific Islander students, so we really are very sensitive to the needs of those students and how many of our students have family members and ancestry on the island of Maui, and so this is really important for us to be able to honor those ancestral ties and those family ties and to be a part of this for them. It's just an honor and a privilege to be a part of this and to be a broader community and to serve in that role, to be a gathering place for all of these different individuals who have that one common bond.
This event was called Defining Courage. It's an immersive traveling show that takes you on a journey into the legacy of the Nisei soldiers, Americans of Japanese ancestry who served in segregated military units during World War II.
So imagine running through these flatlands with heavy fire from above, from an enemy that could see your every move. And it was here this legendary unit was born, an all-Nisei unit, the 100th Infantry Battalion, affectionately known as 1 Puka Puka. The 100th is made up of brave young men from all over the Hawaiian Islands, but for perspective, I want to focus in on one place in particular, McKinley High School. Many of the 100th went to McKinley. Today, bullet holes from the attack on Pearl Harbor still scar this schoolhouse. And just feet from them, you'll find this plaque. 114 names, Nisei students from these hallowed halls who died in the war.
Our community was unjustly incarcerated, imprisoned, if you will, and while they had their constitutional rights stripped from them, they were either drafted or many of them volunteered to serve in the military and fight for the country and the government that was taking away their constitutional rights. I'm a middle-aged woman now. These people, when they were serving, were like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. To think about that mindset at that time, to be willing to risk your life, to give your life, I can't even think about that.
The entire production focuses on their contributions to the World War II war effort, in spite of having to face discrimination and racism, many of them being put into concentration camps. But it shows, by the name Defining Courage, it shows that any American, no matter what the circumstances, can rise above. And so we felt that it would be appropriate not only to bring the production here, but also to use it as a fundraiser for our friends in Maui. So I think it really helps to bring our communities together in a great way.
Nisei brothers,
My mom and I went to see it at the Segerstrom. It was such a moving show and so well produced. I felt badly that I couldn't take my boys at that time, and we have to remember our culture and the history and all the contributions of previous Japanese American generations.
Those visitors from Yorba Linda brought a $500 check with them to support the Hawaii Community Foundation's Maui Strong Fund. Councilmember Kaji worked with the acting ECC board president Murakawa to bring this performance to Torrance. Our city has the largest Japanese American population outside of Honolulu, and as Dr. Thames mentioned earlier, El Camino College has a large population of Asian and Pacific Islander students. Organizers thank everyone who made the time to stop by to watch the stories and support the fundraising efforts. A different type of gathering took place last night here at the Civic Center. This one was focused on helping downtown residents and business owners learn about a way to become more visible in our community.
The Business Improvement District is pretty simple. It's when the stakeholders in a downtown come together to choose to assess themselves, to collectively pool the money, and to use it to make improvements in downtown Torrance. I think that the important part is that it's formed by the people in the downtown. It's not a city program. It's run by the stakeholders. It's run by the people who make their livings and live and own property in downtown.
I hope to take away a little bit more information, see what the city has to say, see what the pros and cons of all this is, and it's a great way to help the decision-making process. It's great to see everybody get together and figure out a solution for the common good.
The city hired the Urban Place Consulting Group to explore the possibility of establishing a business improvement district in downtown. Participants should now have a better understanding of what a business improvement district is and how it may benefit those in the area. If you want more information, there is a helpful fact sheet at business.torranceca.gov. The city is getting ready to test its outdoor sirens again this week. You will likely hear the Torrance Neighborhood Outdoor Warning Sirens on Thursday, September 14th at 10 a.m. City Cable's Kirk Lyons has more on what to expect.
This is a test. Only a test.
While this was only a test, this is what the Torrance community would hear as part of the Neighborhood Outdoor Warning System if there were an emergency. Torrance now includes 8 sirens strategically placed throughout the city at all 6 fire stations, the Southeast Library, and at the corner of Lomita Boulevard and Madison Street.
Torrance Now sirens are just one of many distribution points we make available to the community for early warning notifications.
They are part of the city's comprehensive system that includes the Beach Emergency Light System, also known as BEALS, City Cable, City Sounds Radio, the Crenshaw Delamo Barrier System, the Emergency Alert System, Torrance Alerts, and the Torrance Refining Company Siren. The sirens are designed to warn with an audible siren and notification, prompting the community to a specific call to action. Funding for the sirens was provided by the South Coast Air Quality Management District as the result of a past fine against ExxonMobil. City officials plan to test the Torrance Now sirens twice a year.
The test has concluded. The test has concluded.
For more information, visit torranceca.gov/torrancenow.
The Torrance City Council meets tonight to conduct city business. Among the agenda items to be discussed include a recommendation by the police chief that City Council accept and appropriate a $25,000 donation from an anonymous donor for the police department's K9 program. Here's a look at the newest K9 who joined TPD earlier this year.
Tango, our bloodhound, is the first bloodhound the Torrance Police Department has officially ever had. He's one of only a few in all of LA County. And these are really special members of public safety that help us keep the community safer in ways that, but for a bloodhound, we wouldn't be able to find people.
Since his swearing-in ceremony in February, Tango has been helping his TPD officers and other law enforcement agencies throughout the region. Also, during tonight's City Council meeting, the General Services Director will recommend that council members discuss and consider the installation of a permanent multicolor lighting system at City Hall to celebrate various holidays and acknowledgments throughout the year. This comes after Councilmember Assam Sheikh made an oral request with concurrence from City Council. Also, the Public Works Director will recommend that council members approve the Measure M multi-year sub-regional funding agreement with the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority for the Torrance School Safety and Accessibility Program. Many more agenda items will be discussed tonight. The public is invited to the council chambers at 3031 Torrance Boulevard. The meeting begins at 6:30 p.m. Virtual participation continues to be an option. You can send an email before the meeting to councilmeetingpubliccomment@torranceca.gov. And as always, you can watch the meeting live on our website, on YouTube, and of course, right here on Torrance City Cable. Restaurants for Roses returns tomorrow with a fundraiser at Black Bear Diner. My husband took advantage of his free pancake breakfast offer there for his birthday this year. And if you go tomorrow, 20% of valid food orders will benefit the Torrance Rose Float Association. This year marked the city's 67th time participating with a float. The group's mission is to preserve the tradition of delivering joy, beauty, and pageantry from our hometown to people across the world. Well, here's a reminder about a new tradition that we just started last week. We introduced you to our brand new audio program called Candid Conversations. It's a podcast-style show that preserves open and sincere dialogues from our community members. A new episode drops every Tuesday, and today's topic gets us ready for Coastal Cleanup Day, which takes place in less than 2 weeks. City Cable's Kim Edwards talks with Steve Ash from the Madrona Marsh Preserve and Nature Center, who tells us about the dangers of microplastics.
I was surprised to see how much is not only ingested by animals, especially the microplastics, but people.
Really?
I was shocked to read that on average about 5 grams, that's a huge amount of microplastic, are taken in by humans through consumption of food, out of the air, water, and that's in a period of about a week. 1 week. That's like eating a credit card.
You can listen to the entire episode now by going to torranceca.gov/Candid Conversations. Well, still ahead, it is Teddy Tuesday, and we take you inside our library's first stuffed animal sleepover when we come back in 60 seconds.
Jason, let's go see your room.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Teddy Tuesday, I bring you along to a fun weekend activity at one of our city libraries in celebration of National Teddy Bear Day. SB, are you ready to say goodbye to them for a day? We're not sure. Where are they going?
To the library.
To the library? Why are they going there?
They want to sleep there.
My 3-year-old friend SB and I made the tough decision to drop off some of our favorite stuffed animals for their first sleepover at the El Retiro Library. I was actually so nervous about it that I wrote the wrong names on my bear's name tag. She's Christine and I'm Mabel, apparently. All right, Mabel.
Aww.
Bye. It's a long 24 hours for me, but when I returned, I learned that Mabel and her new friends didn't miss us quite as much.
They had a little bit of coffee, they got a little wild, stayed up all night, and they left some photographic evidence of what they did last night.
Youth Services librarian Matthew Moses organized the Teddy Bear Hotel event and gives us a special storytime update on everything the stuffed animals did while they were away from their owners.
Look at Louie and Bingo squaring off.
From playing a board game to looking up their favorite book, this new group of friends took advantage of every minute they had inside the library after hours.
He got some coffee and he had to go to the bathroom a lot, and he also went and the book was on.
Parents are just as amused as their kids when they find out about all the mischief these plush toys caused.
They were very creative with the slideshow of what the stuffies did overnight. I couldn't believe all the great ideas that they thought up for the stuffies to do.
Storytime ends with a bubbles-filled dance party and priceless pictures to take home from the stuffies' unforgettable night at the Teddy Bear Hotel.
I think it creates a library not as just like a place to get books, but as an exciting place where you never know what can happen. It really sparks their creativity and lets their imaginations run wild with all the possibilities.
He hopes more kids of all ages will drop in during the coming weeks for more activities that showcase what our libraries are all about.
We've got lots of fun programs going on. We do scavenger hunts. We do all sorts of stuff every week. We'd love to see you here.
A big thank you to Matthew Moses and our library team at El Retiro for entertaining our stuffed animal friends. And thank you to my friend Espy as well for coming with me to drop off our stuffies together. Check out library.torranceca.gov/calendar to see what activities and programs are coming up at a branch near you. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a good day.